Instagram, pull your phone out and add me. If you add me, I add you back. I post a lot of content with the intent of generating real estate business. So I always tell agents, look at what I'm doing and mimic it, copy it as much as you want. You're more than welcome to take anything. If I post something and a real estate agent asks like, hey, can I share this? It's like, that's what it's there for. That's at least the way I think about it. I just closed a deal yesterday, just so you guys know, when we landed here in Chicago, I got the email that we officially had recorded, and it was a $700,000 listing, which came about from an attorney who referred me the deal, who I met and connected with on Instagram. And I've done a lot of business for this attorney. But the cool thing about it is that in this class, I'll break down for you exactly how we've gotten that done. So with that being said, one of the top things is this. If we look at why video, I always say like we got to put emphasis on why should we leverage video anyways? You know, it's something that some of you might not feel comfortable with. And if you're going to take the time to record yourself on video, does it really matter? Is it worth the time? For me, it's just all about effectiveness. I'm really all about efficiency. That's how I run my business. And I've been in the real estate game now for 17 years. I buy properties, fix them up, I sell them, I hold them. I do different various things when it comes to investments. And at the same time, I help clients traditionally help buy and sell. And then my business partner and I, we also have a loan division, because that's my original background. We have a team that we run. So we're always in the space of real estate. It's the only thing that I do. But we do it in multiple ways, and I love this business. I love this industry. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be the agent, me personally, who's burning both ends of the candle. I did that when I started my business. But now I just think, how could I work so much more efficiently? How can I take something like a listing or take my cell phone that I've already spent a ton of money on and promote it with the intent of getting more people to reach out and to call me? But the big thing is like Instagram. We're doing an Instagram session later today. But like Instagram the CEO came out saying, look, we're not even a photo sharing platform anymore. We are a video sharing platform. Have any of you guys heard of things like TikTok? Your kids are probably using TikTok, right? But there's real estate agents that are taking advantage of these new trends and just making content short, concise, but it's with the intent of building your brand. So if you have a website or if you have a landing page, if you're promoting your business, in my opinion, if you don't have a video on that website, you're missing out on a huge opportunity, because there's data to support that by you having simply a video on a website or a landing page, you could increase your conversions by 80%. And common question I hear from a lot of real estate agents is, well, what should I have? What type of video? If any of you are taking notes on this, and I would highly advise that you do, just open up your notes in your phone app, or if you guys are jotting them down, I'm going to give you 5 video types. I'm going to break down 5 video types that everybody here can do. And you could even do this before you leave the session today. But in my opinion, this is amongst the most important. It's a digital business card. Does anybody here have a digital business card where if I was to meet you, let's just say you're a prospective buyer or a seller, I can send you, I can text you, I can airdrop you a 30-second to 45-second video that introduces me. Says my name, the company that I work for, and delivers 1 or 2 value propositions. That same video is on your website. Somebody goes to your website. Let them know who you are. This is all about establishing human connection. I say often that I think some people get a little too caught up with digital technology where then they forget that our business is a face-to-face business. And I don't necessarily mean you need to meet people face-to-face, but if I can get you to see my face, if I can get you to hear my voice, I guarantee you I'd have a much greater chance of you picking up my phone call in comparison to the other real estate agent, because there's more of a human connection behind it. So let me give you an example of exactly what I'm talking about. So I would say here, what are some things to include in your digital business card? Well, if you've been in the industry for a while, let people know about that. Yeah, I'm proud to say that I've been in the business for 17 years. It's a long time, right? Not as long as some of you who've been in for 30, 40, but it's definitely more than 1, more than 5. I talk about the areas that I service. I'm a real estate agent that likes to help clients buy in my market. I don't like to go, for example, I tell people I'm from LA because that's like the easiest thing, but I don't like to help clients buy in LA. Too much damn traffic. So if you're in my market, cool, I'm gonna take care of you. If you're outside of my market, I would refer you on out. Or if I'm gonna sell, that's different, right? Selling a house is different. I'll help you sell your house in LA and I'll help you buy in my market, but I let people know where I service. And then what's your value proposition? Here's mine. I leverage the latest in digital technology in order to enhance the overall buying and selling experience for each and every one of my clients. And one thing that we're really focused on is communication. And tell my clients, if you feel that I over communicate, then definitely let me know and tell me, hey, John, kick back. But I've never had a client tell me that. I mean, I got a hard-nosed client I'm working with right now. She's like, you cannot over-communicate with me. And so those are the things that I share. So I'm going to show you a video that we created for a real estate agent in our local market.
Hi there, my name is Andrew Chen. Chances are, if you're watching this video, we connected either online or in person because you've been thinking about buying or selling real estate. I would love the opportunity to speak with you so I'm able to share how I better serve my clients by leveraging the latest in digital technology, social media, and communication in order to enhance the overall experience for both buyers and sellers. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly by giving me a call, text, or email, whatever works best for you. I look forward to following up with you. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Short, concise, to the point. So now, in Andrew's case, he had a professionally done video at our studio. In addition to helping clients buy and sell, our company does videos for real estate agents in SoCal. In fact, I think we do more videos for real estate agents in California than any other company out there. But you could all grab your cell phone right now, or not now, but after our training, and just go somewhere quiet. Set up your camera, or if you guys have a selfie stick, hold it, or have somebody hold it for you, and just speak loudly. Make it simple and easy for the microphone to pick you up, and just introduce yourself. Hi, my name is John Reyes with Century 21 out here in the beautiful city of X, Y, and Z. I'm a real estate agent who, and then fill in the blank. And again, make it specific to you, but it's all about having it concise, to the point. It's meant to be like a little sizzle, short commercial, not going into too much detail. If you can knock that out in 30 to 45 seconds, I think you're solid. I wouldn't go more than a minute. So now let me explain to you how I use this. I was at an open house for a property that I'm selling. This lady walks in with her mom. She walks in and she's ready to walk out. House is not for her, too much work. And so I had a conversation. I said, so what's your feedback on this home? She's like, oh, way too much work. And then I had asked her, I said, do you have a home that you need to sell first before you buy your new one? She says, yeah, actually I do. And then I said, what I'd love to do is I'd love to share with you a video that just gives you a little bit more insight on some of the cool things that my team and I do to be able to help our clients sell quickly and sell for top dollar. And then if you like what you see and if you're impressed by it, just simply send me a text back or give me a call. What's the best number to text you at? It's like magic, guys. You look at your phone, you don't make eye contact, you lean in a little bit, you have that intention of them giving you their number, and what do you think they do? They give you their number. So I sent her my intro video, and I sent her a second video, and I was telling Nate last night, I got a text from her later that day, and she hit me up. She had a real estate agent that went to her house that day, and her husband loved my video, and that opened up the opportunity for me to go on out. So we're in the process right now of getting her home ready to list in the city of Corona. Fantastic. That listing that I got in Corona, just so you guys know, we were the first agent interviewed for that deal. It's a $765,000 listing, which is a big deal in our market, okay? I don't live in a market where houses are like that. That's a big deal. I was the first agent interviewed. The seller interviewed 4 other realtors. One of the realtors that we competed against is like the king of real estate in Corona. That's the city, Corona. And she asked me, how many houses have you sold in Corona? I said, 1. The guy that I competed against, if you look at his Zillow profile, he has 63 closed transactions in the last 12 calendar months, and it's Corona, 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 Moreno Valley, Corona, some other city, Corona. I was like, damn, this guy sells a lot of houses. It was us and him, neck and neck, and we ended up getting the transaction. We got the listing. I'll give you more insight on how we went about doing that. Okay, second type of video. You guys are all smart people. It's one thing for you to have the knowledge. It's one thing for you to have it up here. It's another thing for you to be able to share it. So what we advise is share the data, share the stats, give market updates to your clients. Now, where do we post these updates? I'll record a video and I'll post it on my Instagram and I'll post it on my Facebook page. Where I get a ton of traction is on my stories. The stories, they stay there for 24 hours. That's it. 24 hours, and in 24 hours, it's gone. But we have an agent who is with C21 out in Long Island, New York. And he attended a webinar. I met him actually at 121 in Vegas. But he attended a webinar that I had done, and I was talking about, look, use the MLS. For us, I have a system called InfoSparks, InfoSparks, I think. I go online, I type in a city, type in a zip code, and it makes me sound brilliant because I can see how many new listings we have in that particular zip code or area. I have the data in regards to how many new pending sales we have in that market. I have a lot of insight. So my whole thing is just take some of that information and then break it down into bite-sized pieces for your clients, right? So anyways, Louis did this very thing. I'm going to show you his video. But he was at a listing presentation. He said, I had an hour. There was too much traffic to drive back to the office, so I pulled up the MLS. I did exactly what you guys said, and I made a video. And here it is.
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. How are you? So I want to take a minute to answer the question that some of you have been asking. How's the market and what do you see? Is it time to jump in? Is it time to wait because of the coronavirus and all that stuff? So I wanted to take a minute to do some research before I answer the question. And I did research in the towns that I'm moving around the most right now. Levittown, East Meadow, and Glen Cove. That's where I am pretty much doing a lot of the business I'm doing. And before I left, I checked and there's 125 listings for sale in Levittown.
Okay, we'll stop there. So the idea is that what Louis did is he went onto the MLS and he pulled that data. What I've seen a lot of other agents do, and this is totally fine, is they'll write the notes down, and as they're recording themselves, they're just looking at their notes and they're giving the information. So in Louis's case, he wanted to just go off of memory, which I thought was great, but look at this. So this is somebody who hits him up on Facebook. Hi Louis, how are you? Hope all is well. Sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. And she's like, I came across your Instagram page. My husband and I like the joy and energy you bring. With that said, I'd like to know if you'd be interested in taking a listing, my parents' home in Uniondale. Let me know, thanks. That's pretty damn awesome, right? See, the whole key here is this. We need to make sure that people in our network, our family members, our friends, see us as professionals, not just the cousin, and not just the uncle, not just like the family member who makes people laugh. But like in my world, I want people to know this is what I do. I'm a professional. That's why I always say I'm a professional, and I act as a professional. It doesn't mean I'm all like, tight tie and what have you. I'm just talking about that I want to be able to take the time to educate people, post my content, be consistent with it is the key thing. You got to be consistent with your content. And then Louis is posting this, and then somebody hits him up about a listing. So I had an open house for a property that we were selling. By the way, this seller had responded to a Facebook ad that I had ran, and I had asked her, do you have a home that you need to sell first in order to buy your new one? And she says, yes, I do, but I already got that all taken care of. And I was like, okay, well, if you don't mind me asking, what's your plan? She says, Zillow's buying my home. And I said, oh, fantastic. Now, do I really think it's fantastic? No, I don't, right? I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. That's great. How did you come across selling your home to Zillow? I don't meet too many people that end up selling their home to Zillow. She's like, well, I was online, and there was an option for them to buy my house. I entered my information. They made me an offer. And her reason for wanting to sell to Zillow, just so you know, is because she had a small condo, and she says, I have a zoo in my house. She has 4 cats, she has 2 big dogs, she has 4 turtles, and 2 fish tanks. In like 1,000 square foot condo, maybe like 890 square feet condo. So I just said, how familiar are you with what we refer to in the industry as iBuyers? And she's like, I'm not very familiar at all. So my key question to her was, look, if this is one of those transactions where it's a matter of convenience, just sell the house to Zillow, make what you can, then it could be a great option for you. Or is this one of those transactions where every dollar counts? You guys hear the cadence in my voice? That's exactly how I asked her. It's on the phone, first time I met this lady. And I purposely paused so that way, it's like one of those things when you have that pause, like something important's coming. And I said, or is this one of those transactions where every dollar counts? And she's like, oh, every dollar counts. So here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to come on by your home. I'd like to give you just a second evaluation, fill you in. I'll give you some information on some of the things that we do that's different, right? And then if you like what you see, perfect. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to work together. If not, at least you know that you're more of an informed buyer. And when you lay your head on your pillow at night, you could rest easier knowing that you're making the right decision. Scheduled the appointment, met with her that day, walked out with a signed listing agreement, and we ended up netting her $18,000 more than what Zillow had offered her. Anybody in here like a numbers person, where you really like numbers? So I'm all about numbers. That's why I love playing poker. It's my favorite thing to do. It's a statistical game, right? This lady makes about $50,000 a year pre-tax. After taxes, she's taking home about maybe like 40 grand or so, right? Maybe a little less. Now, if I made her $18,000 more, and they've lived in the property for more than 2 years, so they're avoiding capital gains, I just gave her 6 months of her life back. That's pretty crazy, right? Like $18,000 is a lot of money. in comparison to. I gave her 6 months of her life back. Why? Because I assume the responsibility of making sure that if a client's going to talk to me, that I'm number one, that I'm educated, and number two, that I have the ability to be able to communicate to my prospect, to my client. Because what if I could have made her $18,000 more, but I just didn't do a very effective job on delivering my value proposition? Well, then that's problematic because now I'm not doing my client right. I mean, if you all believe that you're the right solution and that you have the value to bring to your market, well, then we also need to assume that responsibility of making sure that we're getting our message out there more effectively. Has anybody in this room right now just struggled with content? Like okay, I want to do video, but I just don't know what type of content to post. So there's something that we do where, and I found this just to be a need simply for real estate agents, content is like king, right? Or queen. It's one of those things we need. But it's a little challenging because if you're not really into actively staying up to date with the latest and the greatest, or even just taking an important message and then breaking it down into bite-sized pieces so you can create a 60-second video, can be a little challenging. We provide scripts to real estate agents. We do it once a week. We charge $95 a month. Once a week, everybody gets the same script, and then we break down how you can download an app. I'll tell you the app today. And you can upload the script, and you can read it right off of your phone. And it just looks like you're reading, like not even that you're reading, it looks like you're just like memorizing it because your phone, the camera, just captures your face. It's pretty amazing. And then we take it a step further. We'll take the video and then we'll brand it for you too. That's another enhanced service. But I want to show you because Lewis, Long Island, New York, I met him, like I said, 121. He's now an award-winning agent with Century 21. And the beautiful thing about it is that now he's being asked to speak at associations and other competing offices. Like they're asking him, like, show us what it is that you're doing. And so it's pretty cool. So this is just taking your video game to that next level.
How much more money in interest do you think you pay over 30 years if you decided to wait? Hi, my name is Luis Cordines from Century 21 American Home. Chances are, if you're in the market to purchase a home, you're gonna take out a loan. And now let's take into consideration the cost of borrowing money, which comes up.
Okay, that's enough. But we get the idea, right? So again, the content's all made to be informative. We're a little bit more seller heavy, but we also have content information about buyers as well. And then you saw Lewis's video is branded because then he sends us those videos, and then what we do is we edit them for him. We add the closed captioning, we add the time status bar, we add his time, and then we do the uploads for him as well. But this is a third type of video. Now, when you ask, if any of you want to know, how did you take a listing from another agent who just absolutely dominates in that market? That's pretty tricky, right? That's a tricky tactic. Well, I don't shy away from the fact of, like, I'm not telling that lady, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, I've only had one seller. I tell her with a sense of confidence, I've sold one house in the city of Corona. I don't operate in that market. That's not my market. I told her I've sold one home in the city of Corona, but due to the fact that the majority of most home buyers are finding their own homes online and they're not dependent upon a real estate agent to send them houses, and because of the use of digital technology, in my opinion, how many homes you sell in a particular area or market doesn't really matter as much as it did maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Let me explain. I can go online and do a Google search and spend my time doing some homework on your local area. And I can learn more about your market than somebody who's lived in this area for the last 20 to 25 years. And then I went right into, for example, and I talked about the schools because I was prepared for my listing presentation. I talked about the parks. I talked about the shopping. I talked about the golf course. And she was like, wow, like, you really did your homework. But then it comes down to this. It's all like one package. That's why I always say, like, our brand, it's not just one thing. Take something that's really cool. I don't know, like, let's just say for the sake of making it simple and easy. Like a Tesla. Tesla's a good example. It's not the fact that it's just a vehicle that is electric. It's the look, it's the feel, it's the technology, it's the brand, it's the fact that you have the leader, the messiah of electric cars that's out there enhancing the brand. And I say this because I have a friend who's in real estate, phenomenal realtor, and he wants to buy a Tesla, but he says, the only reason I want to buy it is because of Elon Musk. I saw him on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm like, this guy's amazing. So now by way of association, he wants to buy the vehicle by this guy. Reason I say that is because your brand, in my opinion, you would do yourself so much service If you did cool things like have some cool video content, speak with a sense of authority, speak with a sense of conviction, and when you walk on out to a listing presentation, be able to show how you market houses and not say, here's what I'm going to do, but rather say, here's what we've already done. And to be able to show how you highlight homes in a way that your competitors don't. And that's exactly what we did. Is as I went through my listing presentation, I'm walking through this $765,000 listing. I'm asking questions about the property, about the details, about all these things that she did in order to enhance the property. And then when I broke down our next section, which is property tours, she loved it. She's like, so you're going to do this for me? Absolutely we are. She called me back and she says, I want a second meeting with you. I thought we were going to have to pitch again, but here's how it went. I walked into her home and she says, look, out of everybody that I met with, I felt most comfortable and confident with you. She says, now that other guy, my friend's really pushing me to use that other guy because that's who sold her friend's house, Mr. Corona. She says, but one thing that you did that he did not, it's your videos. She's like, and I even told him, are you going to do video for me? And he did not give a confident enough answer, right? But here's what I broke down for her. Enhancing your property tours. Every listing, in my opinion, you want to enhance your brand, make your life easier to sell, want to double end more of your transactions, want to get more listings, want to increase your closings when you go to listing presentations, don't be cheap on your marketing. Most realtors are. Most realtors are an embarrassment when it comes to real estate marketing. Makes my job so easy. This is what we do on every listing. We do a narrated video tour. So number one, get the details of the property. Go on out, create a video. And if you guys need assistance with this, you could record your own voice and add it to the video where you're walking a prospective buyer through the property. Or what you can do is what we do is you can go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and you can find voiceover artists. Pay them $25. Their voice is a lot cooler than mine. $25, maybe $30. They record the video audio file, and then you can just add it to your video tour like this.
Welcome to 2036 East Mulberry Court. Located on a peaceful cul-de-sac in a highly desired Ontario neighborhood, this 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,987 square foot home is characterized by its highly efficient energy and water systems, charming upgrades throughout, and spacious private backyard. Entertain your family and friends in the shared space of the family room, dining area, and kitchen, which features a matched set of upgraded appliances and engineered hardwood floors. The master bedroom boasts a gorgeous bay window and plantation.
Okay, I'll stop there. But you get the idea, right, of the detail. And I sell it, guys. I sell it to the seller. I say, listen, you're the one that spent all this money. You took the time to enhance this beautiful property. It's our job to make sure that buyers are able to establish an emotional connection to your home. We want to make it where when they're on the internet, when they're taking more bathroom breaks while they're at work because they're so obsessed with the newest listings online, that they feel as if they are fully immersed walking through your home. And there's no way to get this done, in my opinion. Photos will never do this. There's no way to get this done other than through the use of video. And when I show that, this is like, it's a constant close, right? But I feel like right here, I could already move forward with the client. I got a referral. Somebody actually moved to Chicago. They were selling a house in Orange County. And I went out, I got a referral for this seller. I talked to the seller, and the realtor told me, I don't have a relationship with them just yet. I just got connected with them through our relocation program, right? So I just got connected with them, but please call them. I heard you can help this guy out. You're the man in selling real estate in SoCal. But he's talking to a couple of other agents. When I call this guy, within 90 seconds, what do you think one of the first questions that he asked me? How much are you going to charge? How much are you going to charge to sell my home? And so I answered the question, very straightforward. I said, my team and I, we request a total of 3% for all that we do, and we give you the option to pay what you'd like to pay the agent who brings in the buyer. And then I told him, I said, and it's a common question and I appreciate it, but at the same time, I say this with the greatest sense of respect. What's most important to you? The amount of money that you pay somebody to do their job, or the amount of money that you net at the close of escrow? And he's like, well, the amount of money that I net at the close of escrow. Perfect. Well then, you're in good hands. What I did is I texted this guy and I emailed him because I'm very repetitive in my process. I don't want to make an excuse of like, oh, the text didn't come through. So I emailed and I texted him 2 videos. One video I sent was my intro video, and the second video I sent was of a client talking about how great we are. And I told him, I said, I'm going to send you 2 videos. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. The videos are a minute each. It's not going to take you 10 minutes to watch these videos. If you like what you see, and if you're impressed by what I sent over, then we'll schedule a time for me to come on over and to meet with you so we can further discuss what we can do to get your home sold. And I said, and if for whatever reason you don't, that's fine. Take what I share with you and then make sure whatever agent you work with is earning their money. I sent him the videos and he was like, he loved it. He's like, oh, this is awesome. So I went to the listing presentation, gave him my pitch. As soon as I showed him the video tours that we do, he said, so you're going to do this for my home. It's so funny how many people actually say that in some way, shape, or form. But they're like, you're going to do this for me. And how much more is this going to cost? And I'm like, this is all part of our marketing. Now, I do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, client above anything. I don't want to leave any stone unturned when it comes to who's going to market the home better. And I really do believe that we do the best job in our area. There's some formidable opponents that if I'm competing against them, I might lose the listing just because they're pretty amazing. But that's very few and far between. But most of the time, we just annihilate the competition. And I'm a big believer in price is what you pay, value is what you get. You can buy a Seiko watch for 25 bucks, or you can buy a Rolex for 10,000, right? There's a reason why people spend money on things like cars and clothes. There's a reason. It's a value that's delivered. This is another type of video. So this is my sister-in-law, Margie, my wife's twin sister. I met her sister when we were 15 years old. So fast forward now, we're 25 years together. And we all work together. Matt, my business partner, who will be assisting with the next training that we're doing, Instagram, he got me a job at McDonald's on my 16th birthday. I got my girlfriend a job, and then she got her sister a job. We all worked together at McDonald's since we were 16 years old. Not anymore, but you know what I mean. But Margie, I'm so proud of her because she was always behind the scenes, always behind the desk. And I kept saying, look, you should do real estate. She's had her license since 2007. Finally, she bought her own home. She got her own commission check. She's like, wow, that's a big check. Hey, let's do some real estate together. So we've now been actively working together. She handles all the paperwork, all the back end. But we went to an open house. It was that Zillow lead that I was telling you about. It was super hot, like 100 degrees. It was a slow open house. And I told her, let's make a video. And she was not about making a video. And I said, I'm going to record you. I want you to be on video, and I want you to introduce the house. Like, you got to get out of your comfort zone, right? So we make a video, and she's walking through, and I told her, talk about the acacia hardwood floors. Talk about the quartz countertops. So she's like, look at these beautiful acacia hardwood floors. And I even told her, hardwood floors? Like, what, do you even listen to what you're saying? I give her a hard time. But we posted the video. I'll tell you why that's so important. Because then I got somebody that I connected with on Instagram. I went on Instagram, I did a hashtag search for the city of Rancho Cucamonga. That's my city that we live in. Rancho Cucamonga. I found this post or postings from this guy who he just took really cool photos when he smoked cigars. I love smoking cigars. Anybody like smoking cigars? No? Okay. So I'm not inviting you guys to the cigar bar later today. So I connected with this guy. I start chatting with him, right? Just a little back and forth. I follow him. He follows me. We're now like 4 or 5 months into following each other. He's a businessman in our city. He sees that video that she does. He contacts me and he says, I would like to meet with you to discuss some business. Would you please meet with me at my home? And I was like, okay, that's a little weird asking me to go to his house, but okay, I'll go. I go to his house. It's a beautiful house. He has a lot of cars in his front yard. Gorgeous home. And he shows me his whiskey collection. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but I did record it. I sent it to my friend, and my friend's like, who is this guy? That's like a $50,000, $60,000 whiskey collection. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Turns out he's a BK attorney, and he says, I've referred 55 closed transactions to another real estate agent. This real estate agent is now just too comfortable. He doesn't answer my calls. He's no longer quick. He's no longer fast. I'm looking for somebody else to replace him. That, within 4 days of meeting this guy, he calls me, hey, John, I'm driving on down to this building. Are you free? And I was like, yeah, I can be, absolutely. What do you need? He's like, I want to see if you'll write up an offer for me if I want to buy it. We go to the building. We wrote up the offer. He bought $1 million plus building right then and there. That was my first transaction with him. And then I got an expired listing that he was trying to sell with that other agent. And now I'm just his go-to guy. That's my $700,000 deal that we just closed yesterday, was a referral from him. And now we're working on a $2 million. I talked to the seller today. It's an off-market deal. It's a realtor who owns it. And it's a $2 million off-market transaction that we're in the process of putting together. with my attorney client. My point is the video was the one that said Acacia hardwood flooring. There was no editing. The video was jumbled a little bit. You could hear her walking on the hardwood floors because she has those shoes that make like a lot of noise, right? So is it worth it? I mean, think about it. Is it worth it? Did $1 million deal with this guy, $700,000 deal. That Corona deal, that was actually his. It was his father's house, sold his father's house. Done a lot of business with this man. In terms of overall dollars, I can tell you it's over $100,000 that we've generated just by way of connecting with this person through Instagram. So again, if you're in a position where you don't feel comfortable with it, just know that it's worth it. I would say definitely for sure. But this is a video of a listing that we took, but I just want to show you how now I'm incorporating her into the video. She didn't want to do the whole video tour, but I said, let's just do an opening. We'll do a closing, and I won't play the full thing, but at least you can see how we're getting her involved.
Hello everyone, this is Margie with Hire Realty. Welcome to my brand new listing in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. This condo has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, brand new appliances in the kitchen, laminate flooring, and shutters throughout. This is a definite must-see. Welcome to 733.
Pretty cool, right? Again, it's just brand awareness. That's really what it's about. And it's pretty amazing, guys. When you send videos to clients, these are just on YouTube. But it's pretty amazing where when you go meet with a client, they feel a sense of connection to you already. I do a lot of trainings. And I had one broker in our market who says, John, can I please say something? So he comes up on the mic and he's like, guys, listen, I've been working with John for a very long time. I had a listing presentation. I sent my client videos. When I show up, I walk in with my briefcase ready to go and do the full-blown pitch. The lady gives me a hug and says, we're ready to do business with you. I've heard that time and time again. And as you start creating more video content, you realize that it's not an exaggeration. Nobody's sitting there lying about this. It's just that sense of human connection and the value you're delivering before somebody even meets with you. For the sake of time, I'm going to just rush through these last couple ones. This is my money maker right here. If you ask me what's my most valuable video, I would say besides my digital business card, this is it right here. This is the one that is my deal clincher in my listing presentation. This is my last video that I show, and then I go right to the close. If I'm speaking with you and I want to get your attention, this is a video that I send. Remember I told you I had that Orange County client, the guy that says, how much are you going to charge? I sent him 2 videos. I sent him my intro video and I sent him this video. If you guys work with a client and you do a great job, tell your client in advance. Sir, what's your name? Sal. Hey, Sal, listen. We're going to do everything that we can to roll out the red carpet for you from start to finish, from beginning to end. And then in the event that I deliver and I perform as described, and if you're happy with my service, then I would just ask, would you mind being on video and just sharing your experience if we do everything that we say we're going to do? That's what clients say. Because I'm setting them up. What are they going to say? No? Okay, well, I'm not going to do as good of a job. You know, like that's kind of the mentality there. Everybody says yes. This is Tom. Tom was my first sale right when the whole shutdown happened. When I met with Tom, he had interviews scheduled with 2 other agents. We met outside. Tom is standing up during the whole meeting. Tom is a straight face, does not smile. I said, do you have a price in mind as to what you'd like to get for this home? And he said, that's why you're here. He's that guy, right? Tom is an auditor by trade, forced in retirement because of the whole COVID shutdown. And so now he was selling and he was moving out of California. The reason I tell you about how Tom doesn't smile is because now this is when the moving truck is in his front yard at this very moment. Not now, but when I did this video, we had just given him a closing gift because I knew I wasn't going to see him again. And that was Tom's house, that one that I showed you at first, that aerial tour. And this is Tom's experience.
My wife and I have bought and sold many properties, and this was the first time that that transaction went off without a hitch. Contact John or Margie at Hire Realty immediately. It's they know what they're doing. It was amazing. I mean, all of the prep with the video, the mapping, all of the marketing that was done in advance of actually having prospective buyers come through the house. I have never experienced that and was very thrilled with the results of it. If I had questions, you came back with answers right away or explanations, explained how things were working. You never left us in the dark. We never felt like we were, forgotten people. It was like we were your only client. In 4 days, the house, 7 offers, all over asking, and then 30-day escrow with no hitches. Yeah, if you're gonna sell your house, these are the people to deal with. There's no doubt about that. It was, that's just it. It was perfect.
Thank you. That right there is my money maker. I give that to a client. Who is going to say no to me? With everything that I just showed you, honestly, who would say no to you, right? Yeah. Who would say no to you? Right. That's why I say this business is not that difficult. You know, I've been able to, for myself and my business partner included, have been able to establish and create a life for ourselves that when I was a kid, this is what I dreamed about. You know, I dreamed about it. And at the same time, I thought I was going to be that person that was going to be working 70 to 80 hours a day or a week, every week, and like no holds bar. But as I gotten older in my life, like I realized like time is everything, right? Like we're not going to get this time back. So this is really why I focus back on efficiency. That house, not only did we sell it, we double-ended the transaction. I had that video, I uploaded it to YouTube. I had an online lead, somebody that I showed a home, somebody who ghosted me. That ever happened to you guys where they just stopped responding? And I had sent the YouTube link to this buyer. The buyer responds back and he says, hey, I really like this home. And I said, maybe I can find you something similar because we're in the process of opening up escrow because we were in the process of negotiating between two top offers. So, and lo and behold, my client, the buyer, he sends me a bank statement, shows $538,000 in his bank account, and he says, I'm paying cash for this. I talked to my seller. My seller's like, let's make a deal with this guy. If you can make a deal with this guy, I'd rather you make all the money. That's exactly what Tom said. I'd rather you make all the money. By the way, it's a cash sale. Tom could have went with a finance deal, could have made $7,000 more. But remember, price is what you pay, value is what you get. It's not always about dollars and cents, right? It's that intersection of convenience and money. Tom has 3 houses that are completely paid off, no mortgage. Tom says $7,000 is not going to change my life. Give me a 5-day closing, I'll take this guy's deal. Tom's wife bursted into tears because she's like, I've lived in this house for 35 years. You are not kicking me out in 5 days. She wanted a 30-day escrow. We did a 30-day escrow, but all the money was already in the account. And that buyer, I actually will show you on Instagram, our next Instagram training. We just closed another transaction for him, and this was for an investment for an off-market property. And so it's been pretty amazing. Okay, last video type, guys. You guys like what you're learning so far? Yes. Good. Document the journey behind the scenes. There's a lot of things you guys do. Prep for your open houses, prep for your listing presentations, prepping to even come here. Record this content, post it online, keep people updated with what you do as a professional to make you a professional. This is a house that Matt and I bought in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. This house was rat infested. At one time it had, I forgot what the word is, people who stay there who are not supposed to stay there. Squatters, yeah, I had squatters in there. I mean, it looked a little scary when we closed on this house. My wife cried. Life is what you make of it and the opportunities that you find that are right in front of you. And the home behind me is no exception. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in the city of Rancho Cucamonga that is in need of a complete remodel. Now, today is the very first day that we've opened up the door for our contractors to be here, and they're in the process of ripping down walls, and pretty much they're going to demo the property completely because we want to be able to have an open, empty shell to be able to create a beautiful masterpiece. We're in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, right near the Victoria Gardens Mall, off the 15 freeway, which makes this place a fantastic place to live. The school district is one of the best in Southern California. And with that being said, we're so excited to have you join us along for the journey from beginning to end so you can see this property in its current state and watch how we make this something that homeowners throughout the entire Southern California market are going to want to fight for. My name is John Reyes from Move Fast, Move Now, and we thank you for joining us on this journey. So the cool thing about that is I had somebody that reached out to me, hey John, I have an opportunity for you. I got a flip opportunity for you. The lady that tells me she has a flip opportunity, she doesn't necessarily know like exactly what that means. She has a home in the city of Riverside that has a tenant that's a really beat up home. And so she's like, I want to see if you want to buy it. We weren't able to make the numbers work for us and her, but it turned into a traditional sale that we took at 3 points, 3% on the listing side, sold the house. She netted over $400,000, did a 1031 exchange, bought 2 properties in Las Vegas. So now we got 2 referrals in Vegas. We got the property here for her. And then now she has a multi-million-dollar property in Orange County that when this is her last year of work, she's retiring, and then she wants us to sell that home for her as well. But how did that deal come about? These types of videos. It's the behind the scenes, and people are just connected with us on Instagram. So this is now our follow-up video. Now the kitchen is one of the most important features for home buyers when they're looking at a home. And the kitchen that we have behind us is one that we expect to be an immediate standout. My name is John Reyes with Move Fast, Move Now, and we're excited just to show a little bit of what we've done with the kitchen that's right behind me here. A couple of key things for me to point out for you is that we went with a light gray cabinet color combination, which is something that we don't see too much. At least I haven't seen it too much in the Southern California real estate market. And we decided to move forward with the light colored quartz as well. When we leave here today, we're gonna head on out to a few different stores in order to pick up the final fixtures, including the handles, the faucet, and the appliances, and the backsplash, which will bring this all together. So we're really excited for new buyers to walk into this home, to be able to turn the corner and to be able to see this big, beautiful kitchen, which they're gonna do more than simply cook meals. This is a place where you commune with your family and your friends, and you spend considerable time. So as we're nearing the completion of our kitchen and we're putting the final touches on this property, we're just maybe a week or two away from this being officially done and ready to hit the market. Pretty cool, right? Again, it's all about establishing that sense of credibility for ourselves. Me sharing content like this has opened up a world of opportunity for us with clients, people that are looking to learn more about this, just regular folks, you know, teachers and doctors, they just want to learn the process in some capacity, be involved. So these are photos that we ended up posting online. I just wanted to show you guys the before and after. You know, 6-week project from start to finish once we took it over. But it's just amazing. And we put the property on the market for $550,000. We ended up selling it for $590,000 first weekend. And you know, it's something that came about because of our opportunity just to be out in front of more people through the use of social media. Miss, do you have a question?
I did. When you put it on social media or Instagram, did you group it under something so people can see the before and after videos?
So the question is whether or not when we uploaded it, pretty much like the strategic process. So yes, what I do is I uploaded this under my IGTV. IGTV allows you to upload videos that are longer than a minute. So now I have the longer video, and then what I do is I'll take that video and I just share it on my story in order to drive more traffic there. And then once, that's basically our tactic. And now when you go to my page, you can see how I've now grouped those videos together so you can kind of follow along the chronological process. So I've covered all things, but here's what I want you to understand. If you guys are in a position where you want to start creating better videos, download this app. Teleprompter for video is for the iPhone or iPad, and Nano Teleprompter is for your Droid. So these are apps that you can download and then you can upload a script. So if you're wondering like, you know what, I'm just not that quick on video or I need a little bit more preparation, you can use these apps. They're free. And then if you pay like $5, then it unlocks even more features. I pay for them because then I just want to be able to make it easier for myself. $5 is pretty much all it is. So teleprompter for video or Nano Teleprompter. And then this is what we do for clients. So I want you guys to all understand and know that I'm an active agent. I'm out there. I generate quite a bit of business. I used to sit there and to pound the phones. That's how I first started my process. A big part of our business now is just a constant repeat and referrals, but it's all about brand awareness, making sure that people know my name and knowing the cool things that we do. So we launched a service called the Content Creator. It's a monthly service that we have, which is all video focused. And so what we do is, like I mentioned, I send out scripts, $95 a month, gets you 4 scripts a month. In my opinion, it's more than worth it because we make it easy for you to be able to have some important information to share with your clients. But what you could also do is you can send us the video. We walk you through the process. I take your video file. I brand your video for you. I add the title to the video, the closed captions. I add the text for you, the hashtags for you, and we format 3 videos for you. One video, we format it in 3 different ways. For your Instagram TV, we do it for YouTube, and then we also do it for Facebook. And we do the uploading for you to all 3 platforms. So basically, you're getting 3 times 4, 12 videos uploaded for you per month. We charge $495 a month for that. When I have clients sign up for that service, our retention rate is through the roof because clients see the value in it. And again, it forces your hand. We do small group trainings where we will do them digitally, but we're always just working on constantly helping you improve your process. This is an example of what it looks like.
Did you know that waiting to buy a home could cost you tens of thousands of dollars? Let me explain. My name is Ileana.
Okay, I'll just go over there. So if you guys have, this is what it looks like when I told you we format the videos. So we do it for IGTV, we do it for YouTube, we do it for Facebook. And then if you guys are interested in that, again, $95 or $4.95, then we'll make it real simple and easy for you guys. So I want to reinforce this. If any of you guys decide to move forward and to sign up with us, then what we will do is we will include you getting an intro video with us, okay? So the way that works is my team will walk you through the process of you recording your video, you send it to us, we'll do the editing, and you'll get that 30 to 60 second initial digital business card video that I'm talking about. That's a give to you, just so that way we could further help you guys build your brand. And so once we're done here, all you need to do is just give me your business cards. We'll send you the information. I'll have my team follow up with you. And then, of course, Matt and I will be here for the rest of the day. But that's going to be an offering that if any of you guys decide to sign up on either package, the $95 or the $4.95, I'll get you that video in addition to, and then we'll wrap it up. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on out to our session today. And hopefully you'll make it to our next one. Hey.